Hi, it's Mary Jo, just coming for part two of the no tolerance rule, which I didn't know I needed a part two until I went to watch what I had recorded and realized it had cut off halfway through what I was talking about. We had ended on the last part one with Hebrews 12:14 through 17, where Esau had sold his inheritance for food, and then he tried to get it back and was rejected and he was even crying and pleading. And that's going to be the same with us. When the end times are here, and when he comes back, you can't just keep on and on doing the same thing. What if, I'm an RN, and then when I went to take my NCLEX exam, what if I failed the test? But then I went to the director of nursing and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. My mom was sick and I couldn't study, and the power went off and I couldn't read my books. And do you think she would have pity on me and let me have my license to be a nurse?" No. And what if she did? Well, and you were my patient and I didn't pass the boards, but I'm your nurse and I'm taking care of you. Would you be upset? Yes. You would think that is not fair. That is not right. And try to, take it to the courts, let me lose my license. And you got to remember, God is a fair God. He has given us opportunity right now to do what is right. So you choose to do what is right. And stop turning to tears. It's hard work, I know, but you got to choose to do what is right. And even in Mark, it talks more severely about the no tolerance rule. If you turn with me to Mark 9:47, it says, "And if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out." Ouch. "It is better for you to enter the kingdom of heaven with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell." Pluck it out. We all have temptations, many, different things that lead us down different paths. One of mine is, God says not to lust, and one of the parts of the man's body that I like is a good six-pack and a nice pair of pecs. So when I'm out running the trail and I see a man come with no shirt on and he looks like he's in good shape, I'm going to turn my head. I'm going to look down. I'm not going to look, because it's like a little train reaction. You look and then you pass and you're thinking about him, and then you start to lust, and it just all leads into something that it shouldn't be. We make it a lot of gray area. It's a lot of black and white. Do not look. Satan likes to fish. He will sit on the dock of the bay all day. He has a book with your name and everything that you're tempted by, and he will use each one until he gets you closer to him. That's what he's trying to do, is get you closer to him. That's when we stand and we fight. Because when we're choosing not to give into that temptation, we are standing in our faith that God is pulling us through. That's why it says in Hebrews 11:34 that our weakness is his strength, because it's our faith. We have to pass up on the temptations. Turn with me to Hebrews 12:11. Hebrews 12:11. And it says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Trained. We have to train ourselves to remain in his righteousness. Yes, we are made righteous through him, but we have to remain in it. It's our choice. He says, "I set before you life and death. Choose life. Remain. Remain in his righteousness." If you turn with me to John 15:3 through 4. John 15, verse 3 and 4. "You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me." So how do you remain in him? Right here. It says right here, the word. Remain in this word, and it will lead you closer to him. Give in to temptation every day, and you get closer to Satan. Your choice. Yes, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it produces harvest. God bless you, and I hope you remain in the word so you can remain closer to him.